Welcome back to Kingdom of Nerds, the Power Hour. Ooh, tonight we got Brian, Master of Num Nums, Matt, aka Absolute Geek, and Matt Heroes for Hire Comic Club, aka Big Poppy, aka He Doesn't Give a Fuck. So we're here to do the top 10 movies and shows of 2025, picked by me. If you guys disagree with anything on the list, you're more than welcome to voice that. And then we'll probably give some year-ending news and some predictions for our most anticipated shows and movies coming in 2026. So, for me, I think we've had a great year for movies and shows. Contrary to people that hate everything, we've had a great
run the show, I suppose.
Yeah, that's nerds. Nerds hate everything.
True. No, we like what we like, and we don't like what we don't like.
True.
And we're very vehement about it.
Friendships have been ruined. People have been stabbed in the back for views. But that's movie talk. That's comic talk. That's all talk on YouTube.
Yeah. It's just another day in the content creation business, right?
Right.
Yeah. True. If somebody isn't doing a stream about you or calling you a rat, then you're not making any sense.
What are you doing with your life?
True. Very true. What's up, Degrassi? Eddington and One Battle After Another tie for my favorite movie of the year.
Nice.
So let's get into this list.
Yes, sir.
All right. We're going to start our best shows of 2025. No particular order because I couldn't decide an order on the shows. All right. First up, we have Alien Earth. I really like it. Started so strong. Then around episode 5, I started hating those kids, but I still enjoyed the show. I still thought it was a really good starting point for season 1 of an Alien show.
Yeah, by season 5, by episode 5, I was hoping the alien would just kill all of them. But the best episode is the one where they flash back to what happened on the spaceship.
Oh yeah, that was really good.
The Alien movie. Yeah, and I actually like Timothy Oliphant. I thought he was great on the show. I don't know. I liked it. It kind of didn't finish as strong as I hoped it would, but I'm looking forward to another season.
Yeah. Brian, Matt.
I liked Alien Earth as well. I feel like it being on FX kind of hurt a little bit because there's times where, especially with shows like Welcome to Derry on HBO, where the gore, they cut away from the gore. Like they gave you some real gory stuff, but I feel like it could have been a lot better if they would have shown a lot more of it, and having to cut away from the gore, I feel like hurt it a little bit, but it was still a good addition to the Alien franchise, and it definitely left me wanting more from the series.
I didn't watch it.
Okay. There was sometimes with the special effects were a little iffy. But I think the storytelling made up for that. It's definitely a great starting point for an Alien series, and it definitely deserves to have a place in the Alien lore. And let's see, we got Ed LeBeau. Hey kids, Double J. If you piss someone off, you are doing it right. Mama Bear is here. Pops.
Hey.
Degrassi, Task on HBO is my series of the year. I have to check that out. I was most scared by Timothy Oliphant.
Yeah, wow.
Matt, can you yell at my wife to be safe tonight? I don't feel well. Stay home. Her name is Valerie. Geek, can you yell at his wife?
Hey, Ed, Valerie, you go out and get as wild as you want. Just go out there and just get absolutely buck wild. What's the 2025 is a dumpster fire. Just go out there and get absolutely crazy. You happen to show your boobs to a random person, that's all right. I'm sure Ed will forgive you tomorrow. If he can't nut up enough to go out tonight with you,
I'm sure he will bail you out too.
Yeah, exactly. Get as wild as you want.
And Ed, this is for you because man up and go out.
That's right.
Hey, try not to suck any dick on the way through the parking lot. Hey, you, get back here.
Good picture of a clip. 37, Ed. 37.
37, Ed.
In a row.
And that was before he
In a
left
row.
his house. Alien Earth ate alien Romulus for lunch. I agree with that. Alien Earth was better than Romulus. All right, so moving on to the second show. Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I don't know if you guys saw this.
I haven't seen it.
I am a big fan of the books. I know I'm not was it preteen adult or whatever the hell they called?
Young adult reader.
Yes, young adult reader, but I love Greek mythology. I love everything that goes along with it. And I think the cast for this show is perfect. If you haven't watched this, you should give it a watch. It's pretty much Disney Plus most watched show. And I think it's underappreciated, and I hope more people will watch it because I don't want it to be canceled after the season. I don't know if you watched it, Matt.
No, I saw the movie once, one of the movies. But
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. I've seen clips of it of the new season on like Facebook Reels with Aries. It's got me intrigued. I've thought about watching it. I just haven't gotten there yet.
I was hovering over the play button. I was like, yeah, this looks all right. And then I was like, I'll watch Star Wars. So I watched Star Wars instead.
Don't. Wrong choice. Wrong choice.
The prequels, bro. I watched episode 1, 2, and 3.
I'm sorry. Everyone did that.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I got a good nap.
You got a good nap. It can't be Bluey. Well, that's true. Nothing could be Bluey.
Yeah, not much beats Bluey. Let's be honest.
All right, then we have Peacemaker season 2 release. Was it better than the first season? I think the first season and second season definitely had different tones. Peacemaker's an idiot in season 2. Season 1 also. You know, not realizing you're in a world full of Aussies.
Yeah. The reveal on that one was pretty funny, but
I don't know that it's like I never even saw it. It was, there's a big mural on the fucking wall.
You know, and what's his name? I forgot his name. Bird blind, this guy.
oh yeah. I forgot his name too, but
And you know, eagerly stole episode. Was it episode 2? Episode 1?
Yeah, that was just I like how he struts back in the house after he just destroys those guys. And also Tim Meadows. Oh, come on, that bird flying this thing.
Oh, that was great.
The MVP for me of this show is always Harcourt.
Yeah. Jennifer Holland really showed up and showed out.
mm-hmm.
And
I doesn't like Freddie Stroma.
Yeah, the guy who played his brother is like I always liked him. He was on The Office, the American Office, and he's a pretty good actor. And like you can tell that's going to be a problem for Peacemaker down the road at some point because they didn't kill it. Like she was going to, but Harcourt proved how she felt about him. She was ready to take that dude out because I can't have you coming after him. And that was my favorite part of the show. Was the end of it when it's like, yeah, you two idiots need to get together, you know. And also that checkmate at the end of it was, I didn't see that coming. But
Well, I think this is like the role where like John Cena really cemented himself as an actor too. Like, yeah, he's been in a bunch of movies and stuff like that, but I feel like this character in particular is like it's the furthest thing from John Cena's character as a wrestler.
Oh yeah.
And how he plays it is just it's chef's kiss. Thank you for getting Foxy Shazam stuck in my head. Didn't even know what the song was before season 2, and then I don't even skip the intro on it. I like watching them dance. It's the funniest shit ever.
You know, it's funny that you know, up until it was you kind of figure out they were on a planet full of Aussies. You had no idea the dance they were making the symbol. So it was so bad that the freaking Fortnite took it out.
Fortnite took it off. Yeah. Well, and it went viral. It was like, oh man, that's hilarious. But yeah, no, this is 9 out of 10. It was like you said, there's a different tone than the first season,
Yeah.
but it's still like managed to get it across the finish line. Like I absolutely love the show. I'm kind of mad because I lost my HBO Max subscription like with 2 episodes left. But I just recently watched the last 2 episodes a couple weeks ago. But yeah, no, this is just fantastic. And who doesn't like Vigilante? Like his basement room full of drugs and money. I was just like, oh Lord have mercy.
Yeah. And he's like, I can't take you to the cops because they could be all dirty. And then the part where they open the portal and hardcore, they just this cocaine just flies all over. Just, I'm fucking covered in cocaine.
They had a lot of really good, funny moments. A lot of emotional parts. I think Peacemaker losing his brother again is really gonna fuck him up even more.
And his dad, after he found out his dad was not as bad as he in the other world as you know.
Was he?
Well, to him he was. You know, he's not very smart. And also when Vigilante's talking to his mom, and she's like, "Oh, are you the girl that he dumped?"
Oh, yeah.
Like, shut up, mom.
It's like, what do you tell your mom, dude?
What do you think, Matt?
I mean, to answer your question, I think season 1 was better than season 2. That doesn't say that I don't like season 2 or to take anything away from season 2, but like you said, it is a complete tonal shift. I kind of like his stupid confidence in season 1, and you don't really. It kind of feels like in season 2 he's a little bit more self-aware that he's an idiot, but they kind of hype up Vigilante to be an even bigger idiot to like counteract that. But I still think it was a good time. Like I agree with it being John Cena at some of his best. I think his acting best is probably Ricky Stenicki. Like I think his role in that movie is like peak abilities right now, but he fits this Peacemaker role and can kind of make it his own, with Peacemaker being a lesser known hero to most people. So it's still a great watch, but I think, like you said, the star of this show is Hardcore, and her character arc was absolutely amazing. Hers and Adebayo's both were absolutely amazing in this season. So it makes me upset that we're not getting a season 3 and we have to wait till Man of Tomorrow and forward to see more from this.
And I will say this about John Cena. I think everybody thought The Rock may be the biggest wrestler to ever be an actor. But the thing about John Cena, I think he's got the potential to be even better because he's more likable.
I think he's more versatile. I like John Cena as an actor more than I like The Rock.
And like the emotional stuff that he does even in season 1, like it's stuff I didn't really think John Cena was capable of as an actor, but he is.
Well, dude, he took a character that like nobody really knew about and made it to where like we're actually talking about him right now, you know?
Can you really, for the panel, could you see The Rock as Peacemaker doing the self-deprecating jokes and being an idiot in this role? You think The Rock could have played this role?
He doesn't have the comedic timing. Like John Cena just seems to have that natural comedic timing that The Rock doesn't have, and it will never have, no matter how many classes he takes.
Plays The Rock in every movie.
Yeah,
yes,
essentially, yes.
Yeah, that's Dwayne Johnson playing The Rock every time.
It's gonna be a long time before I do an end of the year list with a Rock movie or show on it.
Like never.
Like you would think, like even with Black Adam, a character that he was kind of tailor made to play, he was Dwayne Johnson playing The Rock, playing Black Adam. Like he really didn't offer anything too spectacular to that role. That's probably why it failed.
I like Black Adam, but at the end of the day, it was just an okay movie. They didn't allow the character of Black Adam to be Black Adam. All right. Don't forget Gunn. What's that? Don't forget, Gunn had entirely rewrite the character as Batista turned it down. Canadian survivalists. Hey, buddy. All right, next show, Andor. Some people call this peak Star Wars. Some people say this is not Star Wars. Some people say this is the best thing ever. Some people say they couldn't watch it past episode 1 of season 1. What you guys think of Andor?
I will say it. I'm not gonna say it's peak Star Wars because that's different for everybody. But as far as I'll say this is Star Wars that finally grew up a little bit. And then I'm not saying that because of anything else. Because at the end of the day, Star Wars is and always will be for kids. I mean, that's when we fell in love with it, and that's where it should be. But anyways, this show kind of it gave an adult take of everything, and it kind of boiled the prequels down a little bit better to do, and that's something that I enjoy.
Well, it also kind of shows what the struggle was all about. That what was going on, and it's a slow burn to start with in season 1. Once it gets going, it gets going, and a lot of intrigue and I just thought it was really well written and well acted, especially from the lead. And I just wish that Disney would try to do more stuff like this, and like the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian, and try to stick to that kind of stuff instead of like what they've been doing in a lot of stuff. But that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
it would have been cool if a lot of these characters survived. We could have got more stories with them, but what was coming. They all died, blah blah blah. You get I think my mom, I can't even say her name. I want to say her speech, but for the Senate was amazing. That speech she gave was amazing.
And also, what's great about this is it shows you how much loss that her and the rest of the rebellion went through to get to the point they're at in Return of the Jedi. Like, to even get those Death Star plans, all those people had to die.
Yeah.
So it kind of puts more of a human touch on it, except, let's just see Luke blow it up. But
do you all feel like this movie hits harder if it were to come out before Rogue One?
Maybe.
Yeah, it'd have been cool.
Yeah,
been cool.
Nice little lead into it.
Yeah, because
it would be nice to watch this and then go right into immediately watching Rogue One, and then
that's what I did.
You know what I mean?
Last episode was like straight across.
Because I feel like I'm probably the least Star Wars guy on here. Like, I know just enough and like just enough to be dangerous in conversation. But like, to me, I found season 1 of this show absolutely boring to where at times it was hard to watch. And I feel like people I talk to are kind of that same way. Like, if you're really into Star Wars, you loved Andor. If you're just kind of a Star Wars casual, you're like, man, I could take it or leave it, or didn't even finish it. I feel like knowing what happens with Rogue One, even through the original trilogy, knowing that they all died, and then seeing Rogue One, it kind of made this movie lose its luster for me, because it's like going backwards to try and make you care about a character that eventually is going to meet his end. And for me, I loved Rogue One. I say Rogue One is like the Star Wars movie I never knew I needed, because you already knew they were all going to die. And I just feel like this show doesn't hit the same way Rogue One does. And I just wondered if maybe you thought that if this show came out before Rogue One and it was kind of like that lead in, like Marvel's been doing with some movies where they have the shows leading into the movie, if this was like that, where it led into the release of Rogue One, if it would hit different than it does.
I think like you said, like casual Star Wars fans, the ones that did love Rogue One, and this came out first, I don't think they would have made it to Rogue One if they started this series first. So I think the way they did it was smart on their end, because Rogue One was a great movie, and if you were just a Star Wars casual going into Andor for the first time and you didn't know anything about Star Wars, you probably would have fell off by the halfway through the first season. So I think it was a good idea. All right, enough of Star Wars. I will tease Dom about Star Wars later in the week. All right. Star Trek Strange New Worlds. One of the best Star Trek shows in a long time. I know Discovery was mixed reviews, but Strange New Worlds is generally loved across the board. New fans, older fans, it's such a great show. The cast is amazing. Even though I know Brian couldn't get past the singing episode,
which was in the season before this one.
Yes. We get two more seasons of Strange New World. I'm very upset about that because after that is we have was it Starfleet Academy. We're not going to talk about that, Brian. And then it goes back to the movie theaters for God knows how many years.
If it goes back to the movie theaters.
Yeah.
This show here is totally a mess. The first season was top tier Trek as far as new Trek is concerned. I just didn't this most recent season it just didn't do it for me. The crossover episode with the
Lower Decks,
the one with Boimler and I don't know if that was this season or last season.
No, last season.
Okay, well, see, that's the thing. It blurs together, and it's like it's not memorable enough for me to go back and want to see like Picard season 3 was. Like, dude, I watched Picard season 3 like 4 times, man.
I watched it once.
And I never watched new TV shows over again. Like, I'll watch them once and be like, I'm done with that. Move on. But Strange New Worlds first season had a good tone to it, but the second season lost it, and the third season was just like, what the hell is this? I think it's some kind of weird attempt to like remake the original series of Star Trek at this point. So like, cool if you like it. I'm not gonna hate on you for liking it, but I think they could do better.
I think what a lot of people forget is this is an alternate timeline. It's not the same.
It's not. This is supposed to be the canon timeline. That they are saying that this is prime timeline, and that's why it's like, no, dude, this whole
diversion with the Discovery time going into the future that changed the timeline. Didn't it?
No,
that's what I did.
No, Discovery is just so far in the future, it doesn't matter. No, that's why it's like I don't like these shows because they don't delineate that. And if you're a nerd and you enjoy Star Trek, that's something that you care about, So I don't know, man. It is what it is. I wish they could do better. There's other stories to tell in Star Trek that aren't in the original series. It's like when people complain about when they tell Star Wars stories that are stuck in the original trilogy part of the time. You know what I mean? So it's like I understand both ways, but it's like I could take it or leave it.
Okay. Matt, did you got either of you guys watch Strange New Worlds?
No,
I don't watch the Trek, so no, I don't.
So I need to watch it, but I just haven't got a chance around to it.
So as you guys can see, I love Strange New Worlds, and Brian can take it or leave it. So it's up to you to make your own opinion on the show. Next up, we have Ironheart. I love this show. It was very well written. Ryan Coogler killed it. It was so different from what Marvel has been putting out. I think that was what made it refreshing. We didn't have a typical straight-laced hero. Hard choices are hard. And like we talked about on SNS on Renovision the other night, if you lose someone, you'll do anything to get them back if you could.
Yeah, like make a deal with the devil. I feel like it really showcased grief and a lot of stages of grief really well. Like you said, it was totally different than anything we've gotten from the MCU so far. I can understand a lot of people's gripes with it, but I thought it was fun. I thought it was, different, enjoyable, surprising. It was, we've been waiting for Mephisto since WandaVision, and then we finally get it, and it was, I feel like, worth the wait. I think it's definitely worth watching if you're like on the fence about it and you're like, well, I had no interest in it. No, just give it a shot. Like, I think you'll be pleasantly surprised about what it is in Riri Williams and just the whole cast and all the feels you get from the show. It's definitely worth watching.
Yeah. After Saturday's show, I thought, I lost my best friend when he was 16. He choked on his tongue in a seizure in his sleep. And I think about all the years we could have had together if he was alive, and I would make a deal with the devil in a second to bring him back. There would be no ifs, no buts. It's because for a long time that I was depressed for years because of that, and it's hard. Grief is hard. It never goes away.
Well, it's kind of like, what would you do to bring somebody back you care about? And it's also like Matt was saying about, it kind of shows how somebody's going through the process of dealing with grief and how it doesn't just go away. It just changes over time. And she has to come to grips with that. And also, she's not like a cut and dry, like, oh, she's a good person. She cuts corners in order to get her invention out there, right? I mean, and a lot of scientists have done that. Werner von Braun comes to mind right away, but not just that bad, not that extreme. She didn't go that extreme, but also I love seeing Mephisto, and a great casting for Mephisto.
Yeah, and the actor that played the Hood, he played such a good Hood.
And I can't remember. It's been a while since I watched it, but her AI best friend, that the girl that played her, I liked her a lot. She kind of brought like a lighter side to things sometimes, and I really enjoyed
it. She was pretty much Riri's conscience.
Yeah,
but that didn't go over too well. So if you ever, Brian, did you see Ironheart? Okay. So if you're on the fence about seeing Ironheart, like Matt said, give it a watch. I think you'll enjoy it.
I think it goes a long way too to remove that stigma that that heroes are always just like the gold standard, and she's not. She's very flawed, and it shows that even the most flawed people can do right and be heroic in certain situations. And I feel like it really hits a lot of emotional tones that is really worth at least checking out.
It hit me peak burnout. So I don't know, if it came out at a different time, I probably would have been more willing to watch it, but it was just like, I am so cool on Marvel right now, bro. Like, yeah, I'm good. I didn't watch anything in the theaters this year. I waited for everything to come out. I barely watched any of the TV shows. So it's like, my burnout was real this year.
Yeah, understandable. All right, then we have what we have. Speaking of which, Stranger Things season 5.
Well, I just watched the show. Started watching it right before the last season came out in November. So yeah, as somebody who is new to this show, I thoroughly enjoyed it. I avoided it on purpose because I got sick and tired of people telling me, like, you like the Goonies, you'll love this. If you like 80s stuff, you'll love this. It's like, no, dude. You know how old I was in the 80s, man? 9. No, I was 6. I'm not even that old. Shoot, man. Like, nah, I'm good. I don't like the 80s nostalgia, but this show's like it's more than that, and it's good. This last season though, I don't know. Yeah, People have their opinions.
I'm still enjoying the show. I know there's huge gaps in seasons, whether it was the writer's strike or the pandemic. You know, you can't blame the actors for growing up and getting older. You know, a lot of people are like, oh, they're 21, they're playing teenagers. You know, like 90210, they were 40 playing teenagers.
Game of Thrones.
You know, it happens. But I like the first part. I like the second part. The last episode of the first part where Will freaking gets powers and just like, I'm like, what the fuck? You know, that was really cool. So I'm hoping the season finale tonight finishes the season off good. I'm gonna miss Stranger Things if they don't spin it off into something, but who knows?
I love Stranger Things, and I've been high on season 5. I love the first part of season 5. I feel like the last 3 episodes, by episode 5, I feel like it kind of fell off a little bit because there's just a lot of talking going on, a lot more talking than action in the last 3 episodes. I'm excited for the finale. I'm not gonna go watch it in theaters just because I'd rather watch it at home for free than pay for it. Well, not really for free because I got my Netflix subscription, but then sitting in a theater with a bunch of mouth breathers and having people talk over it or ruin it. And but I've really enjoyed it so far. I like the character progression. I agree with you, Bruce, that the time between seasons and how old the kids have kind of gotten, especially like Mike's sister and Lucas's sister now, and how old they are. And you're like, you've got like a 19-year-old trying to play a 13-year-old. Like it just doesn't work the way it should. But Will getting powers was awesome. I was so mad that they ended it right there. I was like, I need these next episodes now. But you know, all I know is hopefully Steve and Dustin make it. That's all I care about.
Right.
Nice. All right. Then we have probably my favorite show of the year. Welcome to Dairy. This show was fire from the first line of episode 1 to the closing scene of the finale. I did not want this show to end. The kids were phenomenal actors, and poor Richie. You know, sorry, spoilers.
Yeah, but he got like the most badass like return ever. Like him running through, flipping Pennywise off.
Oh, that was great.
So good.
You know, and I will say, I think we talked about this on Saturday. You said getting to know the cast of kids and they all get slaughtered the first episode.
Yeah, because you think when you look at the first poster, you're like, all right, this is our new Losers Club. How are we going to connect to these characters? And then like when they all get slaughtered at the very beginning end of the first episode, you're like, oh well, okay. And for me, when I go into a movie or TV show, like I hate when I can figure out the plot halfway through the movie, and I'm like, oh, this is how it's going to end. And I like even knowing how Derry goes. Like even the season finale had surprises in it. Like when Pennywise reveals how he views time and how time works for him and things, it's like, oh, and just all the surprises and trying to put things together. And how does it connect to The Shining or Dr. Sleep or Shawshank Redemption? And how does it all connect to all his universe and the subtle hints to the turtle and all that throughout the series? It was peak television. I mean, I'll admit I was a little bored through the first 2 or 3 episodes just because, like, all right, well, you have a lot of dialogue and you're waiting to see how Pennywise attacks them. And it's like, I don't care about any of this. I just want to see how Pennywise is going to use their fear against him. But just some of it, like even right off the rip in episode 1, where the whole giving birth scene is like wild. And then like, that's what I was talking about, like Alien Earth. Like if only Alien Earth could pull off the gore like that, or when the one chick is being reborn again, where she's like sitting in her bed, and then all of a sudden it turns into her mother's womb, and then like her mother starts attacking her. It's like it was peak television. I'm so excited for the next 2 seasons, and it's cool how they're going in reverse in time and stuff, and how, like you said, how Pennywise explains how time works for him and all that. So I don't want to ruin too much more of it, but I love the way how it connected to the most recent It movies and things like that. So,
and one of my favorite scenes in the show was them in the juke joint, and they get shut in, and they're shooting inside in the fire, and there's so many people in that one cramped space. The cinematography and the camera angles, and just it was so amazing in that scene. I give it up. I give Muschietti applause. He should win an Oscar for this.
That was all single. That was
for this
shot, wasn't it? I thought I read that they filmed that as one single shot.
Yes, because they didn't want to keep having to do the scene over and over.
Yeah.
Well, this show took no prisoners from the start. That opening scene, that woman gives birth to a demon baby.
Yeah.
In the car. Oh my God.
Yeah, I will say
nobody's safe for the show, right? Like the kids, I thought, oh, we'll see these little boys the whole movie or the whole TV show. No, they dead.
Yeah, and the scene with what's her name in the bathroom, and then she goes to the wood shop her eye. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I was like, I can't watch this, but I hate eye stuff. I really do hate eye stuff.
It was a good show.
Brian, did you see this? Okay. So.
Sorry, I'm not a horror person.
I mean, even if you're not, this is just peak storytelling.
I gotta run. Sorry.
All right, Matt.
But y'all have a happy New Year if I don't see you.
Yeah,
happy New Year, buddy.
You too, man.
All right, then we go into Fallout. Ryan, what was your thoughts on Fallout?
Season 2 is not bad. I absolutely love it. I like where they're going with it. Fallout New Vegas is my favorite Fallout game. They're hitting a lot of the cool points and all that good stuff. Yeah, it's told, and I don't know if you've seen it, but it's told in like different time areas. So it's like before the war, after the war kind of deal. And I like Walton Goggins, like his performance in this just like really cements him as one of my favorite current day actors. But yeah, this is such a great show. This last season, Macaulay Culkin is in it now.
Oh, really?
And he's part of Kaisar's Legion, which is just freaking awesome. I don't want to spoil too much because the show just started. Like season 2 just came out not too long ago.
Yeah, I watched season 1. I haven't got to season 2, but I was forced to put this on here by my partner, who's a huge Fallout fan. It's like, it better be on that list.
Jeez.
So it's here. I will get to season 2, hopefully in the next week or two. Matt, have you seen season 2?
I have not watched season 2 yet. I liked season 1, but I haven't watched season 2 yet because I've been more preoccupied with like Stranger Things and Welcome to Derry. There's just been other peak television right now that's preoccupying my time, so I haven't made it to Fallout yet. But we're getting ready to hit the lull of TV soon, so that's probably when I'll pick up on season 2 once it's all out. Because I think this is releasing weekly episodes, right? Yeah,
it is. It's a
I'll
bit of a
probably
burn.
wait.
I'd rather stream it or binge it.
Yeah, that's probably what I'll wait for it to finish and then blow through it on.
Nice. Then the final show on the list. This is I forgot who freaking wrote this comic book, but it was one of the few indie comics to actually make it past option Revival. If you haven't seen the show on Sci-Fi, even though they didn't have a huge budget, they made do what they had, and it was just short of great a great show, great storytelling. I'm hoping it gets a season 2. Tim Seeley, thank you
Yeah.
to Degrassi. If you haven't seen Revival, you should. That's the sheriff. She's on Strange New Worlds, and she was also what's her name? Winona Earp.
Okay.
Yeah. So she's no stranger to low budget shows. So I don't know if you guys have seen it yet. It's so worth the watch.
No, I read the comic and I like the comic, but I haven't watched it. It's on, and I haven't really even seen anything about it, honestly. Like, sci-fi just seems like a channel nobody watches anymore.
I know. I know. I think they had it on YouTube. They had put it up on YouTube for free at one point. I don't know if it's still free on YouTube, but it's a really good show if you can get a chance to watch it.
Yeah, I'll have to check it out. I haven't watched it.
Actually, good indie comic show. Now you have to wait for Ryan Murphy to ruin Beauty. Listen, I'm hoping he redeems himself with the latest American Horror Story. They're bringing back The Witches, which probably was one of the best seasons. All right, now let's get into best movies of 2025. Here we go. Fantastic Four: First Steps.
I liked it. I mean, I liked it a lot. I thought Galactus was cool.
It was cool.
I'm glad he wasn't just a giant cloud this time. I loved the character dynamic through this. I think it was a good start for the first family. I wish we could have saw a little bit more of them fighting some of their rogues in the beginning. Cutting the what's his name? John Malkovich's Red Ghost stuff out of it. I feel like kind of hurt it. Because I feel like too, like the ending is the problem for me, and it usually is with the Marvel movies, because they spent so much time building up Galactus to be what he is, this eater of worlds and this big bat, and then you basically beat him by a child's game of, oh, I'm just going to trip you and send you across the galaxy
and push you through a door.
Yeah, you spend so much time, like, Galactus is this huge menace and you beat him in 5 seconds. It's like, oh, okay, well, that happened.
Yeah. I had my problem with this. I wanted to see the villains fights in the beginning, like you said, instead of a montage. I love Johnny. I can't wrap my head around Johnny being that smart in the movie. And I don't know. Maybe they rushed too far with Franklin, but I still enjoyed the movie. I call it Fantastic Four, but it was better than the last 3 Fantastic Fours, pretty much.
I think it's better than most of the offerings other than Thunderbolts that Marvel has given us in quite some time. I mean, really, I know a lot of people love Deadpool Wolverine, and I'm in that camp, but Deadpool Wolverine is nothing more than glorified cameo. It's glorified fan service. So if you take all the cameos and the fan service away, the story is kind of mundane and doesn't really work. But I liked, like I said, Fantastic Four. It was refreshing. It kind of felt like Marvel is getting back to what they used to be. And I'm excited to see these characters again in Doomsday and what we have moving forward. Although I am kind of sick and tired of seeing Pedro Pascal and everything.
I will say this. I'm not gonna do the whole comic book nerd thing and blah blah blah, but I will do to say this. It's not believable that Sue Storm can stop Galactus and push him. It really isn't. I that was just me, but I still enjoyed the movie, even though I call it Fantastic Four. I've watched it since then, and it's
a Fantastic Four. That was his catch.
I mean, that's kind of like their representation of her mom's strength, right? Because you hear like that maternal mom strength that when their kids are in danger, they could lift a car, things like that. So it just amplified her power, that maternal instinct to save
yeah.
her child. I mean, I could kind of get it, but
Yeah, true.
you just holding him off to. You might as well have had Johnny Storm fly behind him and get on his hands and knees and have Reed pretend to like trip him over Johnny, and he just falls through the portal at that point. Like
That would have been funny.
I liked the first Fantastic Four movie with Chris Evans and all those guys in it. As far as the second one, Rise of Silver Surfer, I'm glad that, like you said, I'm glad they did Galactus some justice in this movie. It once again, I was burned out on comic book movies at this point in time, so I didn't venture to the theaters to see it. However, I did get it when it came out on digital. I bought it. I liked it. It didn't knock my socks off, but then again, a lot of the Marvel movies haven't lately, so it's just kind of like, okay, cool, just another Marvel movie, you know.
Pedro's Reed was the best bit.
I mean, I think he did a great job as Reed Richards. I'm just tired of seeing his face everywhere.
Fair enough.
Fair enough. All right, then we have One Battle After Another. Did you guys see this?
No, sir.
Yeah, I liked it. Paul Thomas Anderson. It's long, but it's your normal Leonardo DiCaprio Oscar buzz movie, you know. But
oh yeah,
it was fun for what it was.
It's a fun movie. I'm not a big fan of Leonardo DiCaprio, but I like Sean Penn and Regina Hall and Benicio del Toro, and Paul Thomas Anderson is great as a director. So it's on the list because Matt wanted it on the list. This is one of Matt's favorite movies of the year. So we'll just glaze over this one because Matt's not here, but a lot of people will praise this movie. So then we have, that wasn't supposed to be there. Hold up. Little technical difficulties. Let me remove that. Sorry about that. Can't go one stream without me making one
technical difficulty.
It's just a bad drinking, and that's all.
Yeah, no more margaritas for me tonight.
Because it only happens once.
No more. I think you need more. I think that's the problem. You haven't had
Thunderbolts. As people said, a lot of people like this movie. It got a critical acclaim between the critics, the audience. People were able to identify with the mental health issues that were going on with Sentry, and the only problem I had with Thunderbolts is that first act in that building or factory was way too long. But for the most part, it was a really good movie. I think I like this movie better than Fantastic Four.
It was that sneaky surprise movie, because I feel like this is the movie that it didn't get a lot of attention because of how bad Captain America Brave New World was, and Thunderbolts kind of came on the scene and people weren't expecting much from it. Like everyone I talked to was like, I don't really care. And then when they see it, they're like, wow, I was actually honestly surprised by it. Like, I love Florence Pugh. I think she did an amazing job in this. And like you said, the mental health that not just with Sentry, but even her character battling depression of losing her sister and everything that's going on, and essentially her family. And Red Guardian steals the show. Like David Harbour as Red Guardian absolutely steals this movie. I think it was the only person I feel like really was like, why are you here, was Bucky. Bucky felt like he really had no reason to be there.
I agree.
But I loved Wyatt Russell as the U.S. agent. I think it was funny how Taskmaster just gets absolutely taken out right off the rip. And it was a fun movie for what it was. Like Sentry was a good villain, and they tried to go the Thanos route and really make you care about the villain again. Mm-hmm. And I feel like that's where Marvel kind of is peak Marvel, when they have the ability to make you connect and actually care about the villain as well. But I loved Thunderbolts. It was one of my top movies of the year. Much higher than even Fantastic Four. I think it was, like I said, it just doesn't get its just due because a lot of people dismissed it because of the marketing campaign for it, and it coming off the heels of a really industry wide bad movie in Captain America: Brave New World.
Yeah. Did you see it, Brian?
Yes. I saw it after the fact. I waited for it to come out on Disney Plus when I watched it. This one, it was okay. I mean, it was just like it was another run of the mill superhero movie, basically, and trying to do the anti-hero thing. So it kind of had that little bit of the Suicide Squad-esque feel to it. I did like U.S. Agent a lot. He's good. He's good. David Harbour's character grew on me. I didn't like him in Black Widow very much. I thought he was like too goofy. But this movie was okay. I could see why it didn't do well in the theaters, though, because as far as like rewatchability is concerned, I haven't seen it again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I can get why people didn't go back to see it in the theaters once they've seen it once.
Yeah, I think the only thing I think maybe it needed a secondary villain besides Sentry. Throughout the second act, a minor villain just to help the story go along a little faster. But for the most part, it was a good story. It was well written.
Like DeFontaine was that secondary villain?
Nah, not really.
Okay.
His Russian accent is moose and squirrel brutal. Jeez.
Yeah, it is. But it works.
Especially if you watch season 4 of Stranger Things. Where Hopper's in freaking Russia.
That was a little stretched out. All right, then we have Predator Badlands. This or Alien Earth? Which one do you prefer to watch again?
I haven't seen either.
Oh, okay. Matt?
I haven't seen Predator Badlands. This is one of the ones I was waiting to come on demand or on digital because I've heard a lot of mixed things about it. Some people, they either really like it or they didn't like it at all. And I liked Prey a lot. So I'm kind of holding off to see this because I'm kind of skeptical on can you pull off a movie with the Predator as the main character.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't seen this one yet. So I would have to go Alien Earth right now because I have seen Alien Earth.
This is one of the movies that's on my to watch list. I'm going to watch this this year. But I love Prey, so I'm hoping that it's as good or better than Prey. But like you said, there have been mixed reviews about this movie, and it's on here for the potential of me liking it. So, but let's get into. Jeez.
All right, Degrassi, I'll have to check it out then. If you're saying that it's fantastic.
They pulled it off. Thank you, Degrassi. Then we have Demon Slayer Infinity Castle. I know I said this should have been watched at home, but I watched it at home many times since I'm not going to say how. I watched it at home many times, and it's such a great movie. It really it deserves all the praise. It really does. I do have a problem with there's a lot of talking towards the third act. I think they should have cut it down a little for theaters, but it's best watched at home for me. If you're not a Demon Slayer fan, this picks up after season 4. So you have to be an anime fan and fan of Demon Slayer to enjoy this movie. You can't just pick this up and watch this movie.
Yeah, I wouldn't even know. I don't watch anime.
I'm not a Demon Slayer fan. I saw the first 13 minutes of it at the Hall H screener at San Diego Comic-Con, and the animation is absolutely incredible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, they I think there's going to be a trend with instead of doing multiple seasons finales of anime shows, they're just going to start doing it in theaters. They did a lot of backstory. A lot of backstory. You're right. All right. Next up, The Gorge, Apple TV. This movie was amazing. We had USA on one side, I think Russia on the other side. Snipers protecting the world from anything escaping the gorge. Did you guys watch this?
I don't have Apple TV.
Oh, it was such a great movie. They're
I
not-
I couldn't. Every time I look at the poster, I think of that meme. What's your name? What? What's your name? I can't. I'll have to watch it. I've heard good things about it, but I'm
it's
just like,
really good. You think I thought it was demons going into it. I'm not going to spoil it for anyone, but the things people do for love. You know, I watched it a few times. I'm like, how in the hell do you fall in love with somebody that's across the way, across the gorge? And then I think about it. I know people that fall in love with people online.
hey,
over the
Netflix has made
phone.
9 seasons out of falling in love with people on the other side of a wall. So you know, what are you gonna do?
I make sure to notify all 7 Apple TV subscribers. Get out of here. You get it free every time you get an iPhone.
That's true.
Very true.
I love Apple TV. I think Apple TV has great programs.
It has really
a
good
lot of the
shows.
TV I watch is on Apple TV.
Foundation, Silo, what else?
Ted Lasso,
Severance.
Shrinking, Severance, Stick. Like, there's a lot of great shows.
There's a lot of great shows. You know, a lot of great shows nobody's watching, unfortunately.
The Studio. There's a lot of good stuff on Apple TV.
I know people who fall in love with people online. Leave me out of it. The Gorge is awesome. It's the start of a new franchise. Awesome. You know, it actually goes into how messed up how messed up science can be exploited, and innocent people are stuck in the fallout of science going bad. So if you like sci-fi and you like love and you like assassins with sniper rifles, you'll love this movie. All right, then we got Weapons. The movie I didn't know I needed. Screw that little what's her name? Agnes? I forgot her name. This was such a refreshing movie to watch. Zach Krieger did his thing. Josh Brolin was good in it. Jennifer Garner was good in it. Even Benedict Wong. That kitchen scene, if you haven't seen it, oh my God. And what's her name? Amy Madigan is Gladys. Oof. I wouldn't want to be in a house alone with Gladys. What do you guys think of Weapons?
I haven't another one I haven't seen. Sorry.
It was, like you said, it was a surprising movie. I didn't think I was going to like it as much as I did. Jennifer Gardner's great in it. Josh Brolin's great in it. And I don't know. Every time I see Jennifer Gardner, I just get this feeling like, God, she's such a bitch. But she's probably the nicest person in the world. But it's like every time I see one of her Capital One commercials, I'm like, God, you just seem like a bitch.
Oh my
Maybe
God.
that's just the Ben Affleck fan to me. I don't know, but
I think my favorite scene is when she's pumping gas, and the guy comes running at her and chases her in the store. Like, what the fuck is going on? You know, you get a real sense of how much power Gladys actually has over these people.
It's Julia Garner.
Julia Garner. I'm sorry.
That's right.
Julia Garner.
Jennifer Garner.
Every time I see Julia. Like, he's gonna tell. Hey, it's a long night.
I just feel like she's gonna talk my ear. I don't know. I just feel like she gets that fake nice.
You wouldn't want to sit next to her on a long flight.
No,
You get those vibes.
When you said I didn't think of it, I'm like, was Julia Garner and Ben Affleck together? I'm like, when?
yeah, Jennifer Gardner.
All right, then we have Superman 2025. This was my feel-good movie of the year. From crypto to later bitches, from Kara at the end. Mr. Terrific was great. Lex played so well, and I hated him. I really hated Lex. I haven't hated a villain in so long. I hated Lex.
This was another one. I kind of just waited. I bought it the day it came on digital. I was really pleasantly surprised. Very happy. Backstory on this, just a little bit. I got involved in all the bullshit nonsense behind the scenes crap. So enjoying this movie was going to be hard. In a sense that, like, I just got so tired of like the outside opinions. I just was like, dude, shut up and let me watch the damn movie, and I will judge for myself. It was a great movie, man. I haven't felt this good watching a Superman movie since Superman Returns. God, that was a great movie. But yeah, no, this was good. I like the Corn Sweat's my Superman, man. Like, let's go.
Yeah, he's the only one we have that's going forward. I like I said it before. If there's another damn DC reboot, restart, merger, takeover, starting over, I am done.
Yeah, no,
I'm done. I can't.
General consensus there, man.
I really can't. What is this, Ed LeBeau? I am doing serious work. What?
Yeah, he's quoting the movie.
Hey, quit messing around.
I'm not messing around. I'm doing important stuff.
That is my favorite line of the movie.
Like I said on Saturday, I like Superman a lot. It was a sneaky surprise, and I too, like Brian, kind of got caught up in the, rumor mills and everybody hating on this movie and talking about it. Like, as a Dragon Ball fan, I was kind of like, all right, so you just went and made the Kryptonian Saiyans, and I know they do that in My Adventures with Superman, but where they're just this world conquering race now, and he's sent there to conquer Earth and breed with their people, and whatever. But I like that he, took a different route than everyone else in his race, and I liked Kara. I liked the jokiness of it a little bit, and like I said Saturday, it's the odd thing to me is like we pick up Superman 3 years into doing this, and he's never been beaten until this time, and then you just see him just getting his butt absolutely kicked through the entire movie. Like, it doesn't really feel like the Superman we're used to. Like, he feels very green, and it's a nice, I feel like, refreshing take on the character, because I'm never really that biggest Superman fan, because I feel like he's got basically all the power to have all the powers and can't be beaten. But then you can just beat him with this glowing green rock that's supposed to be super hard to find from his home world, but everybody seems to figure out how to get some. But it was just, like I said, a refreshing take. I liked all the cameos. I think Mr. Terrific absolutely steals the movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely, 100%.
It made me intrigued for Millie Alcock as Supergirl and what they're going to do with that. It was just fun for what it was. And when you really put down your personal bias, and like, I get the whole James Gunn's making him a movie about himself and his whole being Me Too'd and canceled, and then this is how he sees himself as Superman. And I get it, but it's still a fun movie, and it was good for what it was. And I actually liked the humor in it and the lighter tone, and I feel like it was, like Bruce said, that feel good movie in a
Yeah.
time, and especially coming to a year that was just an absolute dumpster fire. It was a nice kind of pick me up in that regard.
It felt like a continuation of my Adventures of Superman, which I thoroughly enjoyed. And it's me and Matt being comic book fans, we're used to getting new versions of characters and new origins every other year, and reboots of characters, and it was I think this Superman was the best parts of many different versions of Superman. And the chemistry between Corn Sweat and Rachel Brosnahan was amazing. We haven't had a good Lois in a long, long time. Not including Superman and Lois on CW, because that was peak television. Those two, the chemistry they had was amazing also, but not on big screens. I wasn't a fan of, what was her name? Amy Adams.
Yeah, no, she just
Yeah,
was
yeah.
there.
It was nice to see the office banter with Clark, Lois, and Jimmy. And Jimmy turning out to be a ladies' man.
Okay.
That was a surprise.
Yeah, but I don't even know if that did enough to make me interested in a Jimmy Olsen led TV show.
Get ready, use every character self-insert. Well, I hope the Jimmy Olsen show is rated R. I want to see some gore. I want to see some whatever it's going to be. Hopefully it's good. So the next DC project is Supergirl. We get more crypto.
It's looking promising. So there you go.
And I like the little teaser trailer. I thought it was funny when Crypto peed on the picture of Superman.
Yeah, I thought that was funny too. I've watched that trailer a few times. I'm intrigued, even if it does look like Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think anything space related in comic books, not a comic book movie, will be compared to Guardians of the Galaxy going forward, because it was done so well.
And I like that they didn't give us full Jason Momoa Lobo in that teaser. And I would personally prefer them not to, because I think it garners more hype for you to go see the movie in theaters. But I have a feeling that in a year that that's so gonna be overrun with superhero movies, they're gonna have to play that card and give you that Lobo reveal before it comes out, and like another trailer, just to garner people's interest to go to the theater and watch it.
Yep. So, any final words on Superman, Brian?
I'm good, man.
All right. Next up, Sinners. This was an amazing movie. Coogler does it again. Michael B. Jordan can act his ass off. He doesn't really rely on his name or just playing himself. He actually goes hard in every goddamn role he plays. You could tell the difference between the good brother and the brother that became a vampire in the movie. He played them so well. And what's her name? Haley Steinfeld?
Yep.
She was amazing in this.
He did such a great job. I didn't even know that it was him playing both characters till halfway through the movie.
I thought it was great to I thought it was great to set it right during Prohibition and during Jim Crow laws, and the music during that era was amazing, and just showing the power of music. It drew the vampires to them. It was really good. And I think I forgot the name of the vampire. He did this whole thing about Irish and blacks, and they're all the same, and there'll be no discrimination with, if everybody was vampires. That was a little tempting. I was about to be like, I'll be a vampire for a minute.
right? And,
All right.
and he did something that I feel like was hard. He kind of refreshed and gave life to the vampire genre again, a genre that, Twilight pretty much kicked off and then killed, and it kind of became old and stale and stagnant. And Ryan Coogler just really refreshed that genre, I think, with Sinners. And I'm intrigued to see more of that movie following, his character and Haley Steinfeld's character moving through different parts of history. And like, we're kind of in the realm where maybe even the zombies genre is in need of something like this now. And I just really, it was surprisingly really well done. And I mean, Ryan Coogler absolutely has been killing it lately. So
I would love for him to take on werewolves, because
that'd be cool too.
The last couple of werewolf movies have been so bad. Brian, did you see Sinners yet?
No, man. It was not a good year for movies in me, man.
Oh, that's right.
I didn't watch much.
Was it not a good year for movies, or you just haven't gotten around to watching the good movies that have come out?
Well, I've had time, but honestly, I watched a bunch of older movies, man. I just not being on YouTube this last year as much as I normally or have been. I haven't felt the need to watch a bunch of movies, so it's like, kind of relieving on that end. But set my ways, man. If it's not a freaking comic book movie, I don't care. Which is messed up, because if you listen to me, I'm so burned out on them. It's like, but then.
But you want to watch comic book movies? But this is one movie you should watch. Take the time out your day and watch it. It is really good. And I just hope. I think his next movie is Black Panther 3, and then he's doing X-Files, and hopefully he comes back to the Sinners universe. That'd be awesome, and I'm looking forward to his take on X-Files.
Oh yeah, I think he's gonna kill it on X-Files.
Yeah, I think so too. And finally, the most watched movie of the year, most streamed, most sung. K-pop Demon Hunters.
Can't get away from it.
You can't get away from it. Super Bowl, well, not Super Bowls, Christmas Day halftime shows, they're there. Morning shows, they're there. Wherever, songs are being played everywhere. The songs are infectious. I don't know how many times I listened to Golden and Takedown and Soda Pop.
At least 100 times a day in my house. Like,
nice.
Having two little girls, it's constantly, Alexa, play K-pop Demon Hunters. My daughters both know all the words to the songs. Everything is. I just did it to myself. Alexa, cancel. My Alexa in my office is, we're gonna start playing K-pop Demon Hunters. But great. It's a great animated movie. It's by the same studio that brought you to the Spider-Verse movies. I love the comedy in it. I love the action. The songs are crazy catchy. I don't mind sitting down and watching it with my kids, and it's fun. It's just crazy how it's taking over the world, basically.
Yeah, it's I think it's a mistake that they're waiting so long to do a second one.
Oh, I absolutely agree.
It's ridiculous. It's going to take 4 years for it. They should have been in production with a movie the first week. It should have been greenlit the first week that this came out.
I don't care. I stay on. I was an ostrich. Put my head in the sand on this one. I care less for. It depends on the animation, but I don't really watch a lot of animation anymore. So
it's time to get your head out of the sand and be touched by the offering that is K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yes, you will enjoy so much, sir, and so much.
How many times have you told me to watch it?
Many times.
Uh-huh. It's one of those things. That's why I didn't start watching Stranger Things until it was almost over. Like, once enough people tell me to watch something, I'm just like, okay, whatever. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah, I'm very much in that boat with you, where the more people hype it up, the less you want to watch it, because you're like, oh, it's probably not going to deliver all the hype that they're giving you, and 9 times out of 10 it doesn't. But if I stumble upon something before it's super hyped, then I'm like, all right, this is awesome. Which is kind of what I did with Kid Bop Demon Hunters, but
yeah.
I get where you're coming from with the hype train, though.
I will say this: you couldn't go on TikTok without getting a reel of someone copying the dances or trying to karaoke the hell out these songs for like months. It didn't make any sense, but I still listen to them and when I drive.
Well, it's crazy that this song from an animated movies are being played on the radio, like that are specifically made for the movie. Like usually, yeah, they take songs that are popular and use them for movies, but this is songs that are actually made for this movie, and they're playing them on the radio and all that. And I mean, no matter how many times I've heard Golden, if I'm working out in the gym or whatever, and it comes on my playlist because my kids are on my playlist, it's like, yeah, I vibe to it. And there's no shame in it.
No shame in it. All right. I guess that is the top shows for 2025 in movies. We're just going to take a quick look at the most anticipated movies of 2026. A quick rundown. It's a showing. Yep, there we go. 28 years later. Meh. I could do without it.
Yeah.
Adventures of Cliff Booth. I have no idea what that is. David Fincher and Brad Pitt, directed by Quentin Tarantino. I don't know about that. Artificial. Luca Guadagnino. Avengers Doomsday, of course, is there. I don't care.
You don't care for about Doomsday?
No, because RDJ should not be Doom.
Oh man, I think Doomsday is gonna be peak. It's gonna be peak Marvel, man.
Hey,
I'm just there for the nostalgia, man.
that's what most people will be there for. The Bride. This is who's Maggie Gyllenhaal's take on The Bride, Frankenstein. Clayface, of course. I am looking forward to Clayface. Coyote versus Acme. I want to see if it's as good as people say it was. I saw it.
It's for all the turmoil, man. It better be for all the turmoil that you've heard about this movie and it being shelved and then bought out and put. It better be as good as everyone says it is.
Oh, thank you. Then we have The Death of Robin Hood, directed by Michael Sarnowski. This is Hugh Jackman. I don't know about this.
It's a take on a movie of Robin Hood with huge jacked man after he's done being Robin Hood. I don't necessarily know if I want to watch Robin Hood have a midlife crisis.
So it's Logan of Loxley?
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much, yeah.
Then we have Devil Wears Prada 2. I'll watch it because I enjoyed the first one. Digger is Tom Cruise. French guy, nobody cares. Disclosure Day. This looks pretty good. Steven Spielberg. I saw the trailer for this. Looks damn good. The Drama. Zendaya and Robert Pattinson. I don't know.
That's an interesting combo. Was I guess Kravitz's daughter wasn't available for this movie, huh?
Probably not.
Just like we're gonna Zoe Kravitz. She wasn't available for this movie, or Pattinson, I guess, didn't want to work with her anymore. So they're like, "Oh, we'll get Zendaya. It's close enough."
And it's an A24, and Pattinson's like their golden boy over there after Lighthouse. Dune Part 3, of course. Part 2 was amazing. Timothy Chalamet could do no wrong in my eyes.
Talk about milking a franchise for all it's worth.
Evil Dead Burn. I don't know if I want to see another Evil Dead movie.
Yeah, is Bruce Campbell going to be in this one?
No.
Yeah, then I don't care.
Flowervale Street. Nope. Fokker and Lord. Maybe.
I'll watch it. I like the other three. I'll watch it.
Yeah, I'll watch it also. Then we have Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. Sam Rockwell. And blah, 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 blah. I have no
I haven't
idea.
seen anything on this movie.
Nope, nothing. Hoppers, family movie, of course.
Yeah, that's a strange concept of like taking your sight. It's almost like Avatar with beavers, where you're taking your subconscious and putting it in a beaver.
There's so many jokes. So many
Yeah,
jokes.
I know.
Hunger Games, Sunrise of Reaping. I didn't see the reboot. I mean, the prequel yet. So I don't know.
The prequel was okay, except for Rachel Zegler singing.
Then we have Love Boosters. I have no idea what this is. Haven't seen anything about this. Jack of Spades. Jumanji 4. Nope.
No, hard pass.
Oh God, man, they lost me on the second one.
Clara and the Sun 2. Starring Taika Waititi. Amy Adams and Jenna Ortega. Never mind. Pass.
Yeah. Okay.
Legend of Last Airbender. I was looking forward to this in the theaters, but it's going straight to home streaming.
Paramount Plus. Yeah, I'm super excited for it as an Avatar fan. I'm down for it. The real Avatar, not the blue Fern Gully.
Fern Gully.
This is the real Avatar right here.
Yep. Mandalorian Grogu. I'm hyped for this.
We'll see.
Hopefully it delivers. Hopefully Dom is happy watching this. But he'll just like it the first week, then hate it the next.
I mean, I'll be honest.
Ahsoka, though. That's all I'm saying.
I like the Mandalorian show. The trailers they've put out so far have done very little to get me hyped for this movie.
Yeah. Masters of the Universe. I forgot this was a thing. Starring what's his name? Nicholas Galanzine. Directed by who's directed by? Travis Knight. No. Travis Knight.
I'm super stoked on this. I think it's gonna be great. I'm hearing good things about Jared Leto's Skeletor. So
that's right, he's Skeletor.
I'm excited for it.
I loved He-Man. Masters of the Universe was one of my favorite movies as a kid. Come at me, bro. Yeah, that's right. Dolph Lundgren, He-Man. It was great. I don't care.
And you got Idris Elba as Duncan.
It's just I'm telling you right now, it's gonna have Thor vibes hella hard. But like, I don't know. And yeah, I don't really know about Jared Leto being anything anymore.
Yeah. And then we have the Michael Jackson biopic. Nope.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Yeah, I forgot about
it
that.
It was supposed that came out this year, got delayed. Because
that's the Rockstar Games of movies here. Yeah, I don't know. Michael Jackson's a really tough one to do.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they just went with the title Michael instead of like Michael Jackson Neverland or something like that. Like they didn't play up the Peter Pan aspect of his life.
Michael Jackson and Bubbles.
There you go. Just a buddy cop movie.
Yeah. Look, we got the live action Moana. I don't know about that.
I'm looking forward to it because I like the Moana movies, but I don't necessarily know about this actress's Moana.
And The Rock will be wearing a muscle suit. This should be interesting. Well, they'll probably make $1 billion.
No amount of steroids is going to get him as big as he needs to be to play Maui, though, so it makes sense.
Mortal Kombat 2.
Yeah, I'm all right with that. If it's anything better than the first one.
Mhm.
First one was kind of cringy.
I was surprised they pushed it back till next year after releasing such a great trailer.
I think this is going to be another one of those movies that's going to be hurt by the 5 years between the two movie releases.
That's right. 5 years. 2021 was the first one.
Like I can't even remember. Like I could barely remember the plot of the 2021 Mortal Kombat.
Yep. And I'm looking forward because Carl Urban's in this, and I love Carl Urban.
Yeah, I just don't know about him as I feel like there's so many better picks than him as Johnny Cage. But
then we have Mother Mary. What the hell is this? Anne Hathaway. Nope. Narnia, the Magician's Nephew. This is great for kids. October.
My jam.
Who's in this? Saturday Night's Corey Michael Smith. Nope. The Odyssey. I don't know about this.
yeah, I'm on the fence about it too. I really didn't care for the teaser.
Yeah, it didn't grab me.
No.
It just felt like any other gladiator type movie.
Or Nolan Passion Project.
Nope. Yeah, true. I don't know. It's just the cast is so huge, and
it's gonna be one of those Oscar bait movies. Watch.
And Tom Holland and Anne Hathaway, nope. And John Bernthal, nope.
You just know by the teaser trailer that you're getting set up for like 5 hours in a movie theater. You already feel it. Like you've been in there. You're just watching the teaser. It's like, God, I feel like I've been in here for 5 hours already.
And then 3.5 hours in, you'll get a screen that says, "Stay tuned for part 2 of
yeah, right."
Then we have Practical Magic 2. Nope. Project Hail Mary. I don't know about this.
Project Hail Mary looks interesting to me.
Practical Magic 2 is a sequel, 20 years after the fact?
Yeah,
30 years after the fact?
28 years.
That's kind of fan base still?
I guess. Sandra Bullock and Nicole Kidman. Project Hail Mary. Ready or Not 2. Here I Come. Meh.
Yeah.
Remain. Have no idea what that is. Resident Evil.
I mean, if it's M. Night Shyamalan, so I'll pass because it's gonna be...
Resident Evil. Are they trying to reboot it again? It's Zach Krieger, so it might be good.
Yeah, another reboot. Yay.
Scary Movie 6. Yay.
I'm here for Scary
I'm all here for that.
Especially since the Wayans Bros are involved again. I'm here for it.
Yeah. And they're bringing Brenda back. Yay. Scream 7. I can't pass up a Scream movie to save my life, so I will be watching this. Send Help. Who's this? Sam Raimi. 4 years after returning to the world of Marvel, blah, 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 blah. Send Help is his first non-IP movie since 2009, Drag Me to Hell. Wow. Huh. Social Reckoning. Nope. Jesse has
yeah, no thanks.
Brand New Day. I'll wait for it to come on video, streaming.
Oh, well, I'll see it in theaters. It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be better than Doomsday.
I just saw a commercial for Wonder Man and completely forgot they were making that series. It comes out soon.
I just don't like the title.
No, for people that read comics, they named it after a series not a lot of people liked.
Oh, well.
Street Fighter.
It reminds me of a year 2000s album put out by Sting. Okay, Brand New Day.
Then we have Street Fighter. It's gonna be silly, over the top.
Oh God, yes.
Yeah, I'm so down to see this movie. It's not even funny. Like I saw the trailer, I was like, dude, I'm there.
Cody Rhodes' guile looks ridiculous. I don't think they went over the top enough with his flat top. Like I think his flat top needs to be way bigger than it is.
And I'm disappointed that Jean-Claude Van Damme did not have one in the original.
Right. Like I think his flat top should look like he's wearing an umbrella. It's how like ridiculous it should be.
Like straight out of Street Fighter.
Yeah, absolutely.
Then we have Super Mario Galaxy movie. Nope, I'm not watching this.
No, you're not hyped for this?
No, I didn't watch the first one.
The first one was pretty good.
The first one's really good, yeah.
Video game movies, man, I'm telling you.
Nope. I've had enough Mario over the last 40 years.
There's what, 3 coming out next year so far?
What?
4, if you count Resident Evil.
Oh yeah.
Video game movies?
Video game movies, yeah. Huh. And Supergirl.
I think it's gonna get lost next year, though.
It has I think it has like July by itself.
Yeah, still.
June by itself. The end of June to middle of July by itself.
Yeah, but
yeah.
It has to be some really good trailers they pull out their ass. And it has to have really good word of mouth.
It's got to have a good, strong opening week, I think, because what is it, like a week or two after that? Both Dune and Spider-Man are. Was it Dune and Spider-Man or Dune and wait? When does Dune come out in July or does Dune come out in?
Oh, Spider-Man comes out in
almost a month later.
And Dune, where's Dune?
I think Dune comes out. Maybe I'm thinking of the Odyssey. Yeah, the Odyssey comes out July 17th. Dune in I think Doomsday release on the same day.
Yeah, they come out the same day. So
that's what I'm thinking of. Yeah.
So we have the end of June.
So yeah, June and like 2 to 3 weeks later, the Odyssey comes out. So it's got to have a
very strong opening. Yeah, because it has that 2-week window. Because Odyssey just takes over IMAX.
Yeah, Supergirl's gonna get lost in the shuffle, man. Unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. Toy Story 5.
Yeah, I don't care.
I'll see it because I love the Toy Story movies, but do we really need 5 of them? I think it was good at 3.
And Verity. I know how many goddamn movies does Anne Hathaway?
Yeah, right. She's like,
she's
almost damn near every movie next year.
Busy year next year.
Damn. And Josh Hartnett is what? What Josh Hartnett? Nope.
Josh Hartnett, man, he was good.
Supergirl is a week after Toy Story, and Minions the next week. Oof.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough.
Well, they put it there. They know. They know what they. Hopefully, they know what they're doing. Hopefully, it has a strong opening, a worldwide opening, because the budget can't be. It can't. It can only be like. It can't be that high. It really can't. This is Supergirl. Maybe it's half the budget of Superman. Hopefully, actually, yeah, it could be because he's probably using the sets from Guardians of the Galaxy. And that is the show for tonight, guys. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Brian. Thank you, Matt, Heroes for Hire Comic Club. Thank you, everyone that showed up for our weekly list. And I will be back. Actually, I am on right now on TAC on Renovision.
Yeah, better get to getting.
So head over to Renovision and watch me on TAC, where we do top 10 Panosian covers of the year.
Ooh.
Which no one told me I should do a list. They just did a list on their own. Marco. So check out Matt on Absolute Geek every Thursday night for his wrestling show, Off the Mat. And check out SNS on Saturdays on Renovision for Matt, Sticks Boy, and Sam. And watch out for those miss. I can't even talk right now. Misconnections, yes. And I'll be back Friday for Off the Shelf, where we start a new round of Jeopardy for the year. So with that, have a happy New Year's, everybody. Take care. Good night. Bye-bye.